Alright, hi class. This is 1.1.6 using the rectangle class. So the assignment for this one is that we're going to use the rectangle class from the previous example. So go back to your class, your examples here, the rectangle class, and use that. And then we are going to code the tester file. So we're only going to code one of these, and all we really have to do is create a rectangle with a width of 5 and a height of 12. Then we're going to print it out. So that's all we have to do. The rest of it's written for us. So rectangle, gosh, I don't remember what a rectangle looks like, so I'm going to go into documentation, into graphics, and find my rectangle. Looky there, we have it right there. I don't know how to make this thing scoosh over, so just know that let's try here. There it goes. Okay, there's the rectangle, so I'm just going to copy it. And then I'm going to put it right there. Now then, right now it's just the generic template of width and height, so it's not telling me what the width is and what the height is, but I know from line 5 that it should be a 5, and this one should be a 12. And the last thing, of course, is just to print it out, so that's just our good old system.out.print line. And then we're just going to print out our rectangle. Alright, let's get output and let's run that. Okay, here we go. We've got a rectangle with a width of 5 and a height of 12. Perfect. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So you'll need to save and then submit and continue. We can check our code too, just to check. And yeah, we got it all. Alright, so let's submit and continue, and let's move on to the next one. So this next one is calling a method. So we are going to practice calling methods on different objects. So this time we're going to have, again, two files, rectangle Java and rectangle tester, and we're going to create a rectangle with a width of 7 and a height of 14. We're going to print out the height on the first line, print out the width on the second, and print out the area on the third. Okay, so this time we are actually going to get an area too. So let's get started on that. Let me scoosh this over just a little, and let's create that rectangle again. I believe I still have that saved, so we can just change that to a 7, and then change this one to a 14. How do we print out the height? Well, we're going to do the same thing, system.out.print line, and we're going to print out the height. So hang on. So how do we get a height, or how do we get the width, or how do we get the area? So let's go take a peek at the other one. And if you'll notice here, we have a couple of little functions here. We've got one that's called getArea, and all it's going to do is return the area. We've got one that gets height, and it's going to return my height, and we've got one that's called getWidth, and we are returning width. So those are called getters, actually, and we'll cover those in a couple of, the next couple of, I think we use it, I don't know, somewhere in there. But for right now, all we need to know is that the little function is called getArea, getHeight, and getWidth. So let's go back over to our other one, and we're going to print out the height. So we are just going to say getHeight. Don't forget to, because it's a function, those curly or the parentheses there. There's our height. Let's run that and let's see if we get it. Oh, okay. Hang tight. Okay, oops. I forgot to tell it what to get the height from. So I do have to tell it to get the rectangle height. And then, so now I should be able to get the height for the rectangle. So I'm specifically saying go get the height for the rectangle. And that's important, like what if I had a square and a box and a rectangle number 2, which one do I need to get the height from. So I do need to specify. So here is us getting the rectangle get width. Okay, and let's do that last one, and let's do area. Okay, I think I got them all. Let's run. Okay, so there's our height, there's our width, and then here's our area, which would have been 7 times 14. So, yeah, let's check our code. Perfect. Okay, make sure and save that, and submit and continue. Okay. Let me go ahead and do one. Okay, let's do this one. In this program, we're going to practice using the point class. We've already created a point at 10:15 and printed it out and moved it. First, try to run this program, then create your own point at 2:4 and print it out. So they've got one at 10:5 and printed it. They want us to make our own at 2:4 and print it. So here's how they did it. Let's run this and let's see what happens. Okay, so here's the point. And then they moved the point, and then it moved. Oh, cool. So they want us to make a new point. So let's do point L, because that's my name. Let's do point Lucy. And let's do it at 2 and 4, because that's what they said. 4, and print it out. So I'm going to copy this. So copy. And now let's print out L. What else did I need to do? Did I need to move it? I did not need to move it. Okay, let's run that. Okay, there's my new point L, and that's that. And if I can add some stuff on here, I can put point Lucy or point L plus there. Now we know that point L is that one right there. Point L is 2:4. I could do the same thing for their point, but it's fine. Let's check code. All right, fantastic. Okay, let's submit and continue, and I think we have one more in this section. Okay, I do believe this is the last one. So now we have a student class in Student Java and a tester program in Student Tester. We are going to see a bit of code. We're going to create 2 new students, Alan and Ada. We're going to create a student instance by calling the constructor and passing the first name, last name, and grade level as an integer. Your task is to create a student with this information. Okay, and then we're going to print it to the console. Great. All right, so here's our tester. Here is our student, Alan and Ada. Let's go back to student. This looks like it's, okay. We created a student instance. Okay, your task is to create a student with your information. Ah, I gotcha. Okay, so here is us. We are student Lucy is equal to new student Lucy. Oops. And what is this? Is this our last name, I think? I think that's the last name. Okay. And what is that third? Grade level. Grade level. I don't have a grade level. Let me put, well, I guess I am in my second year in my master's, so I think it's 12 years and then 16, so I'm in year 18. That's what I'm in. Let's get that semicolon on there, and let's print out Lucy. System.out.print. Uh-oh, what happened? Yep, it is capitalized. Look, Ada and Alan are not capped. Mine is capped, and that does matter. So I needed to cap mine or make that a small L. But I like my name capitalized, so I'm going to leave it like that. Let's run that. All right. Perfect. There it is. Let's check our code. Yay! Okay, let's submit and continue. Okay, so that was our very first 1.1. I'll create another video for 1.2.